Hey everybody, it's Christy with Crafted by Christy. Thank you for joining me today. I'm going to show you how to make these really quick circle pockets and another circle pocket, just a different way. And this one has a pocket on the pocket. And they're really easy and really quick. So let me start by showing you that on the folded pocket one, on this one I rounded the corners, and they're basically, both of these pockets are cut the same way. It's just a matter of how you fold them once you cut the circle. And I made a template for the circle. This one I was going to show you, I did not round the corners, so this is the difference in how they look when you fold them. Not much, just I prefer probably the rounded, but this one is just left like it's originally cut. So how I got my circle template was, I've made these from coffee filters, which mine are perfectly round, and they're about 7 3/4 across. So if you want one this big, I would probably measure a circle that's, whatever, 8 across, or if you have a large bowl or however you want to do it, any circle is going to work. I thought this one will turn out neat because the back of it looks like this. But I'm not going to use the coffee filter ones today. I decoupage these on music paper, but I won't use those just in case everybody don't have that kind. And also I made, out of the scraps that we're going to have, these cute bag pockets. They're just made from a little brown glassine bag, and I glued some of the scrap we're going to have on it onto the corners, and made this one will have 3 pockets. So let's get started with that. I just printed some digital paper. Here's my template, and I will cut out 2 circles. And it's really best if you get one that has either a plain side or, it is 2-sided where one is kind of not busy. This one I will probably make the big pocket out of, because this is too dark to write on, and this is so pretty. So we'll make the big pocket out of this one, and then this one I'll make the closed pocket, because this is beautiful, but it could certainly be written on. So I'll cut out 2 circles, one out of each of these, and I'll be right back. I wanted to tell you too that unless there's a picture that you want, when you do your circle, kind of go down to one end, because that will leave you all of this nice extra to make our other stuff out of. But like on the coffee dyed one I showed you, I will probably I did it right in the middle because I wanted to get this piece. But if you don't have something on the other side or this side that you want, I would probably move all the way to one end where you have good extra scrap on the other end, and trace around like that. Probably closest, well, because I'm I wouldn't say a hoarder, but I like to use every bit of it that I can, so I'm going to get as close to the edge as I can. And I wanted to tell you this template I just made out of chipboard. Put my coffee filter on it, and then now like this one, I don't know if there's I'll probably cut more on this end because I like this for the back of the pocket. So I'll cut over here. Not that it matters, because there's not a focal point on this paper. But that's something for you. I was just going to let you know that's something to keep in mind if you have something on one side or the other that you want to show up in your pocket. Because on the big pocket, you can actually make it where if there's a focal point that you want to show right here, when you fold it, it'll it'll show a little bit if it's at the top. You'll see. Anyway, I'll finish cutting these out. I won't bore you to tears watching me. And then I'll be right back. Okay, I think we'll start with the closed pocket one. As you can tell, I'm not real good at cutting circles. And how I do that is I find the center, which this, like I told you, is about 7 3/4. So roughly 3 and, what is that? 5/8, 6/8, I don't know. Roughly right here. More than 3/4, less than 4. I'm going to put a little dot. And it doesn't matter this way. You're just wanting the center of the circle. So when you fold in your side, you're going to go right to that center. And then same on the other. Don't overlap, just meet to the center. And then same thing with the short sides. We'll go right to the center. Before I press these down, I like to make sure and I'm really not. So I need to just make sure these, I don't even know if I was in frame. These are in the center. Like so. Just kind of fold them up to meet them in the center like that. Then I'll take my bone folder and crease it pretty good. Crease this. And what this will do is make it easier for us to see where to cut. So then when you open it up, I don't know, you can see the little corners. Well, not very good, can you? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to ink it where you can see it better. So, see the little part, little pie shape that will need to be cut out on all 4 corners. Okay, so we have cut out all 4, and I keep these little pie shapes because we're going to put those on something else that we make for this. And I've ended up, oh, here it is, 3, 4. So keep a hold of those. And at this point, you could actually be done. Actually fold your sides in now. And you're done. Just ink if you want to ink it or however you want to do it. But at this point, there's your pocket. And I think it would be cool to put something like on this piece so that it covers that, like maybe I don't know. I don't have anything here to show you, but something like this maybe. And you would only glue it on this one piece so that you could open it up. I haven't tried it to see if that worked, but I thought it would look kind of neat. So, but I like mine better rounded, so I'm going to round mine. And I do have a template for that as well, just so that you could round like that. I don't know that I'm going to sit here and hold the template. How I did it before was I just started down at the corner. I did not make a big arch and tried to follow the roundness at the top. And even if you don't, if they're not perfect, I mean, they're kind of wonky, that's fine too, because, you know, you've seen the wonky envelopes probably, and they look really neat. This little folded pocket, sometimes if you buy digitals, these will come, a template for these, or, you know, will come in that. But this kind of inspired me from Jules Design, I believe is what it is. I'll put the link below. She made a small version of this, and it wasn't all one piece like mine, but it is so cute and so cool. And it's actually 4 circles that you cut out with your circle punch. I think they were like 2-inch circles. And then a square piece that she had cut out. And you should really go check out that video because it's a short. It doesn't take long to watch, and hers really turned out cute. I just wanted mine to be bigger, and I was trying to make it all one piece, so I kind of came up with this. So now at this point, I would do the inking. Plus, I think it folds in a lot better when your corners are rounded. I think I'll do dark blue. If you heard that clicking, that's my guard dog, because a fly was after him. Here he yeah, he's a killer. Does not do anything to make you feel safe at home. Okay, so I have inked on the inside. Doesn't that look cool? This print, was a digital by Artie Mays, I believe. And this one, I can't remember, but it's one I purchased, but I can't remember from who. Anyway, I inked both sides, and I believe on the one that is on Jules Designs, I think she sewed around hers, which I'm not going to do that, but it would look really cool. And then she also put, like I did on this tag, she put a little bead on one. So there's a lot of things you can do with this. I'm not going to in the saving, just to save time, because I'm wanting to show you both of these real quick. I have my special little visitor here, my 18-month-old grandson, so I have to work quickly before my other grandson gets sick of watching him real quick. Okay, so same deal on this one. We're going to mark the center. And fold in our outsides. Boy, that's pretty paper. I believe this paper is Artie Mays too. I'm going to be doing a botanical, I'm erasing my dot, a botanical journal, botanic, whatever. And I think this will look really pretty. So now you just fold up the bottom, however steep you want your pocket to be. I think I'm going to put mine about right there. If you weren't making this ahead, you would be able to go to your journal and see how tall you wanted it or whatever. But doesn't that look good? And then to take off some of the bulk, because I'm going to fill this with things, I'm going to do the same thing and cut the little pie shapes where I folded. And that is our big pocket. How easy was that? And look how pretty that is. And then we're just going to fill it with goodies. So I'm going to glue. The other one didn't require glue or anything. I mean, that's like the easiest pocket ever. So I'm going to hopefully get some glue out of here. This circle pocket was inspired by Carrie's Mixed Media. You should really check out her tags. She called it a tag, but she did hers a little different. But I love her stuff. She makes such amazing things. I'll put that link below as well. All right, so that is the big one. Now, what I did was I had made some labels like this. Some of them have pockets, some of them don't. I think I'll pick one that has a pocket. I love this color. I may wait and use a different one that has, but you can decorate it however you want. And how I done mine was I used one of those labels that has a pocket in it. And I just stamped a little mini tea-dyed tag, and then I took some book page and made a tag with that one. Put a little cluster here with some cheesecloth and some of this is a label from Tina at Shabby Dabby Doodah. She's on Etsy, and I purchased her labels, and this is not even all of them, but look, I mean, seriously, I just cut all of these. This is only a couple pages. There are more. I just got tired of cutting, and they're beautiful. I mean, she does such a wonderful job. She does them in all sizes, and they're like, I don't know, less than $2, and you print them as many times as you want. And so this was one I done on the coffee filter and music paper. And the music paper, this was the cover of it. Isn't that the coolest writing? Doesn't that look neat? So I put a little tag in this one, just put some goodies, and because the paper is so pretty, I didn't have to embellish the back a lot, but you could. I mean, if you could put stuff back here, you could put another pocket back here, if you wanted to, but that is how you do that part. Let me show you how to do the little bags out of our scraps. So this is the scrap I have from each one, and these little bags are 3 inches by 5. So what I do is just pick the piece I like the best. I think I like this. I like that pear. Well, no, it's a floral. I'll do this. So I just kind of line it up there. And then I probably do this the hard way, but that's the piece I'm going to use. So I take I don't have one of the rulers or scissors that cut, jagged like a stamp. So I just put I don't know, it's kind of a tear ruler underneath where the front of the bag is, and tear it. So I get that, because I like that edgy look. And I like to keep that when I glue this on. So I'm just going to measure how, actually, I don't have that much extra. I may just go ahead and glue it on. So I'm going to ink the top here before I glue it on. And I'm going to ink this part too. I love that torn edge like that. So you can always cut it flush if you want, if you don't like that. And then you could even make it a double pocket and only glue this down on 3 sides, this front piece, and actually you could make it 3 pockets, because when you glue it into your book, you could glue the bag on 3 sides and you would end up with 3 pockets out of this one little bag and 1 piece of scrap. Sorry, I'm trying to hurry because I'm sure they're getting restless, and look what I've done. I've just made it worse. So let's start that over. It would kind of look cool to crinkle that up, then glue it down, wouldn't it? Now that I've accidentally done that, I may do that. I think I will. Just going to crinkle that. Probably glue it down then, like I just did, and then crinkle it. I'll put a little extra glue here on those wrinkles. That would look cool too. I don't know if you can tell it. My lighting is horrible, but it looks cool. Okay, so now I'm just going to trim around this. Trying not to cut my little bag. And that is done. You could, of course, same thing. Decorate this, put a little cluster. So many things you could do. What I did with mine was I took these corner pieces that we cut off from our circle, and I glued one in each corner and made pockets. So basically you can make this little bag and one of the circle pouches with a 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, and still have lots of little extra pieces that I used to make tags. I'll show you one of those real quick if you are interested. I know they're nothing fancy, but it's sometimes good to see things other people do because we forget what. So then I just ink around my bag. Like so. And then, see, I still have all of this left, and possibly get a really straight edge. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? Alright. So then, I think I will make one about that size. What do you think? That's kind of neat, isn't it? It's got the rugged edge on the bottom, and I think that'll look okay. And then I will make another little ticket. I know it seems weird, but I actually might make this my tag topper. Like so. So I will do that. I'm going to fold this in half, cut off the bottom a little bit, ink it. Either glue it on here for my tag or sew it, which I will probably take a little tiny piece of this cheesecloth. I kind of been doing this and I like it. I don't know why. Stretch it out a little bit, and when you stretch it, boy, it makes a lot. Get a lot of piece out of that. So then I just put it up underneath there just for something added look. And you, like I said, at this point, certainly just glue it and you're done. And I can't get mine. There we go. But I'm going to sew just like that. Or you could put it to one side. I've done that too. And make a cool tag. But that is how simple these pockets are. And like I say, I still had more of the scrap. So I will keep these for, look, that'll make a good topper too. This piece. Tab, I should say, not topper. But I will keep that, and I will make another top out of that. See, wouldn't that look cool? Actually, I may end up using that flower instead. That looks kind of neat. But anyway, you can make several tags out of what's extra just around the edge, so you're not wasting any of that. And you're for sure going to get either this pocket or the folded pocket what did I do with it? The folded pocket, and enough to cover one of the bags and make 2 tags to put in the bag. So I hope this helped. I hope this inspired you, and I hope you will try this. And also check out Jules' design, her quick video on the small one. It's really neat. And also Carrie's Mixed Media. She has a whole bunch of ideas for tags and things. It's under her 100-day tag idea, but this circle tag, check it out. She does a really beautiful job on it. And I thank you for visiting with me today, watching this. I think I'm going to make some of these pockets like this one to put up in the Etsy shop. So they'll have 4 or 5, they'll have 5 pieces of ephemera in this pocket. One of them will have a bead and it'll be decorated like this. But I think that would be, and it's flat, really good addition to any of your journals. Thanks again, guys, for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye.